Hey everybody. I have been busy uploading videos to my YouTube account, and I'm in the process of transferring one from Windows Movie Maker live right now. And while I'm doing that, I'm gonna read a story for you funny fuckers. Where is it? Shit, where did I put it? Here, Those Violet Eyes. It's by Itome. I'll just put a link in it for you guys. Her eyes were what got me. The first I saw them, those violet eyes were like nothing I had ever seen before. She was truly bizarre, but in an oddly good way. I knew only that I wanted to be with her. Of course, I had no idea that she would lead to my destruction. That was the teaser intro thing. Alright. So, here we go. Oh, how wonderful. A guest. Barely any pony comes by the garden these days, aside, share from her. That's it. I guess it's so very dull. Who's talking right now? I don't know whose voice I should be acting out. It doesn't give any explanation. It's not telling who's... You know what? No, I'm gonna find a different one. This one was misleading. Not only to me, but I probably just misled a whole bunch of you guys. Here's one that I wanted to read for a while. It's called, The Juggler. Some of the pony people in Ponyville think that it's strange that Derpy likes to juggle in a funny suit on Sunday mornings. It's just Derpy. Or is it just something deeper? Is there a deeper meaning behind it? So, let's read this. This story, the one that I'm going to be reading today, is called The Juggler by Sanity Lost number 2. Excuse me, Drinko. Alright. Let's go. Golden bands rose over the hills overlooking Ponyville, bringing light into the darkened town. A gray mare stood in front of an old building with strips of plaster peeling off of its copious amounts. She wore a red and yellow checked suit with fizzy pink buttons and a bright purple derpy hat with a green plastic flower fitted in the brim. Her white hat hid a purple mane and her ears sticking out sideways. The colors of her outfit were faded, but could still be seen from a distance away. It was a little bit baggy on her, but she was still at the right length. Ponies that were visiting often took pictures of the strange mare in the loud outfit to share a chuckle with friends back home. That's mean. Removing her saddlebags from her back, she withdrew 3 small red balls from her containers and flexed her wings. Hearing a satisfying pop, looking at the east, one of her lime yellow irises up. Oh, damn it, that was loud. Upward while Over moved down and watched the sunrise. After the brilliant orb that just peeked over the horizon, she gathered all 3 balls in front of her hooves, shakily stood up on her hind legs, and slowly tossed them in the air, one at a time. She closed her left eye, as her cross vision threw her off on her concentration, and focused on the balls. Her muscles tensed as she threw all 3 balls in the air. As each one came down, she caught it and threw it back up with an expert precision. She took a deep breath and let a cool, relaxed wave release the tension in her muscles. She had to stay relaxed and focused, keeping her good eye on the balls, making sure she didn't drop one, just like he'd taught her. Okay. Ponies slowly began to emerge from their houses and arrive at the corner, where the blonde-maned Pegasus juggled in her strange outfit. They formed a semicircle around her, and it wasn't long before a crowd of colorful ponies were watching the spectacle. Most of the ponies there had been there, or have seen her act before. It happened every Sunday, the male mare's only day off. They stood in stone silence as the juggler manipulated the balls in the air, slowly increasing speed at which she threw them. Out of way to handle them balls, Derpy, cried out a male voice. Snickers traveled along the stallions in the audience. You're a champ at playing. You're a champ at playing them balls, Ditzy dude. No, I'm gonna call her Derpy. Ditzy pisses me off. Her name's Derpy, and it's gonna stay that way. Derpy hooves. Fewer snickers were received at the second attempt at the joke. Without taking her eyes off the balls already in the air, Derpy slid another red ball from the hidden compartment in her right sleeve and tossed it in the air. After a couple of tosses, it was in sync with the others. Silence buzzed through the cloud as the performance slowly increased the speed of the balls, causing them to leave the small red trails in their wake. An emerald unicorn with a heart-shaped cutie mark turned to the light red earth stallion and whispered in her ear, "Is she aware how ridiculous her costume looks?" The red stallion smirked, "Probably not. Derpy ain't the brightest crayon in the box." "Well, at least she knows how to throw balls around, even though she probably gets dressed in the dark." The stallion grinned. That's all she knows how to do. That mare there is our only mare, male mare. Damn, geesh. By Celestia, is she horrible? She always delivers my mail to the wrong address, and she crashes into things because she can't fly straight. Do you know she destroyed Town Hall's roof twice? The green-hued mare snorted. "No, I didn't. Is it just 'cause she's dumb or something?" "It's mainly 'cause she can't see straight. She's cross-eyed. But I suspected that there might be part of a reason." "Why is she cross-eyed?" "I don't know. Maybe she hit her head on something. She lives up to her name, though. She's completely derpy." Okay, I don't like saying dits. It's derpy, damn it. Alright. Several more of these conversations were I can't read that right now. Throughout the audience, accompanied by chuckles and giggles. The great juggler heard some of these conversations, however. She let all slander fall on deaf ears. She was too busy focusing on the fast-moving balls to be worried about any pony. Derpy felt the ball hidden in the compartment, her left sleeve, and she was tempted to toss it in the air as well. She wanted to show Ponyville that she was a truly great performer. Then she would teach them to make fun of her. Reality gripped her mind as soon as the initial thought passed. She couldn't juggle 5 balls. She probably never would be able to. She told her not to worry about being great, though. It was to worry about what other people thought. He just told her to be her. She continued to juggle, ignoring the chuckle she received at the eccentric attire. She didn't want to upset him. She continued her act until the sun reached the apex of its ascent. Once it was over, she caught the balls on her forelegs and then placed them on the ground. The air was filled with hollow applause as all ponies half-heartedly stomped their hooves against the dirt. Derpy gave a simple bow in response. One pink pony with a dark pink mane could be seen hopping up and down on the heads over spectators and cheered loudly. She brought a smile to Derpy's face. Pinkie Pie always made her feel warm after her performances. After a few seconds, the gray mare put the balls in her saddlebags and started to walk back home. Damn it, my phone. Alright, I'm gonna ignore that. The crowd parted as she made her way through them. She felt the snide glares and sympathetic looks burn into her back. She ignored them. She had a thick skin by now. The cheering pink pony bounced over the performer. Oh my gosh, Derpy, you were so terrific! You could join the circus instead of being a male mare. You're so talented! It's not a talent. It just takes practice, Derpy replied, like she did every time. Pinkie complimented her work. Do you mind if you walk back home? Do you mind if I walk back home with you? Pinkie said with an exuberant excitement. Your house is along the way, isn't it? Derpy just nodded and smiled. They began to walk together as the crowd around them disappeared. Together the mares walked in silence toward Derpy's house, like they had every Sunday for the past 5 years. After several minutes, they reached the mailmare's house, a very small red house with chipping paint and a straw roof with a wilted thatching. Yeah, drink of water. They passed the large places where the plaster had peeled away to reveal the light, cracked wood underneath, and passed through the door. The Pegasus hunched her shoulders inside, placing her saddlebags by the door. She walked over and scratched the mirror on the wall. Her eyes came slowly into focus as she looked over her body getup. Body getup. She removed the clothing carefully, folded it, and put it in a large pink box that rested beneath the coffee table by the mirror. Pinkie Pie quickly rose from her seat and walked over to Ditsy. Derpy! Derpy! Not Ditsy. Her characteristic smile fading just a bit. The mailman took the lid off the box and looked at 4 newspaper clippings and folded a piece of paper at the bottom. She was about to drop the clothing in the box, but her good eye started reading them. The headline at the top one read, "Sidewalk Juggling Clown Spotted All Over Equestria." There was a black and white picture above the article, with an earth stallion smiling as he stood on his hind legs and juggled small balls. On his shoulders was a small Pegasus wearing a wide smile as she looked upon odd gawkers with wall-eyed glee. The next headline read, "Cornered Juggling Busker Taking Equestria by Storm." A black and white picture in the article showed the same stallion standing on one of his hind feet, juggling 5 balls with a small Pegasus stood beside him, one eye on him and the other captivated on the audience. The headline of the third article read, "Juggling Jester Performs for Princess Celestia." A color picture accompanied by the article showed the stallion was stone gray with the same bland yellow eyes, focusing on the 5 balls he juggled. While balancing on the foot on the large blue circus ball, he was wearing the same costume that Ditsy had worn that morning. Aww. I think that's her dad. I'm just guessing. Sitting in front of him were 2 black stallions in golden armor, guarding the smiling large white alicorn, Princess Celestia. As she watched the performer on the edge of the picture, Ditsy could see her smiling face. The last newspaper clipping, taken the day after the third, carried no headline. It simply read, "Quick Do, a.k.a. the Sidewalk Juggler, was involved in an accidental head-on carriage collision yesterday. Just a few hours after performing for Celestia, he survived, but only with his only relative. He is survived his only. Okay, I gotta read that again. Just a few hours after performing for Princess Celestia, he is survived by his only. He is surveyed by his only relative, his daughter, Derpy Hooves. May he dazzle audiences in the hereafter as he did here in Equestria." Derpy didn't realize that her chest felt so tight. She also didn't feel the pink mare's hooves around her neck in the gentle hug. The gray Pegasus gently began and placed the clothes and hat in the box and returned for the embrace. From behind her, a small light purple unicorn with her eyes taped Ditsy on a hind hoof. You forgot your balls, Mommy." Then they go in the box too. What? Alright. Ditsy broke the embrace. She could scoop her daughter in. Derpy's got a daughter. In her favorite hooves with a big hug, while Pinkie placed all 4 balls in a pink box. "Would you like to come to Sugar Cube Corner for some lunch? I'll make some cherry chimichangas." Haha. Pinkie bounced. Derpy's daughter just nodded and climbed on her mother's back. The 2 mares just smiled at each other and made their way out the house, to partake in the last leg of their Sunday ritual. The end. Okay. I fucked that one up pretty bad, but that was an interesting story. I enjoyed that one. And I'd give it 7 out of 10. 7.5, because it was good. It was an interesting story. It hooked me in, but I got kind of confused at parts. I don't know. It's probably just me, because I suck at reading aloud. And that's another reason why I'm doing this, because I'll learn better to read aloud. Plus, I like My Little Goddamn Ponies. So, yeah. I hope you liked it.